Thank you for joining us for today's webinar, which is ShopKW platform tutorial so that you can learn what it can do for your business. My name is Allison Mitchell and I'm part of the Greater Kitchener-Waterloo Chamber of Commerce team. Before we start our webinar, there are a few housekeeping items that I'd like to go over. Your microphone should be muted, but if you could please double check to ensure that we reduce background noise, that would be appreciated. Please feel free to ask questions throughout the webinar by typing your questions into the question box in your control panel. Our presenter will be answering your questions throughout the webinar, so please feel free to ask them throughout. At the end of the webinar, webinar registrants will be receiving a follow-up email, and in that email you will receive a link to the webinar recording. Our presenter today is Andrew Perkins. Andrew is the Manager of Corporate Training and Business Development for ShopCity.com, which partners with the Greater Kitchener-Waterloo Chamber of Commerce as the supplier and supporter of ShopKW and its affiliate sites in the region. Andrew's experience in web, e-commerce, print, direct mail, and conference marketing and sales spans more than 20 years. I would now like to invite Andrew to begin his presentation.
Thanks, Allison. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for putting on your go-to-meeting jammies and coming to this session. What we want to cover today in this session is helping you get through the initial stages of making good use of your ShopKW business profile, filling it out and getting it to best advantage in how you use it, and a few elements of the upgraded tools that will be the first and most important ones that you use. So in case you haven't already added your business to the ShopKW website, or if you have not yet claimed your business, we'll start right at the very beginning. And this, the homepage of shopkw.ca. If we look to the top right corner, you'll see a nice bright Add Your Business button. And I'm going to click that and it opens up the Add Your Business panel. It is a very short form that guesses as you go in case it might already know you. So I'm going to start a new business. We'll call it Andrew's. Oh, look, Andrew's had a couple of lost businesses already. And you can see as I begin to type it, it wonders, are you one of these businesses that we've already got on the website? And if it is, then I can just choose log in and get into that existing business. But instead, what I'm going to do is create something brand new, and we'll call it the COVID recovery business. And I'll add my business phone number. And again, if it had recognized this phone number, it would have offered me some businesses. I'll have to choose a couple of categories. This would be the parts of the business directory in which I appear. And I'll start out by typing that any word that might be relevant to my category, and I'll be presented with options. So in fact, I'm a health and welfare agency, the COVID recovery business. And I'm also, no, it doesn't look like a business recovery is there, but maybe business services. How about business management? There we go. So I found two things that are relevant to my business, and I can be in up to 2 categories at no charge. And then I'll add my address. And where I live is already pre-filled. I'm in any town right now because I'm using a demonstration site. It'll say Kitchener-Waterloo here. And my business postal code if I want, my website if I want. And then jump in with next. And it's going to invite me to create a new account because it did not recognize my email address. If I actually believed I have an account already, I can choose to click here and add my email associated with that account. So I'm going to use this new email and create a new account. So I need to create a password. and confirm it, and agree to the terms of use, which are available here. So they'll check, do I like the name of my business as my address, shopkw.ca/my business name, or do I want a variation of that, or would I like to edit it and make my own? And now the first thing that happens when I arrive at my dashboard in the business control panel, where I can, that's what BCP stands for here, business control panel, where I can manage all of my business on the site. I can click take the tour, and it'll actually walk me around my dashboard and explain to me what all the pieces are. But I'm going to skip that for now. If I want to do it later, it's in the first item of getting started here. I can take the tour of my dashboard again later. But I want to jump right in to filling out a description of my business. So I'm going to go on the navigation bar here to edit profile. So where I started was the dashboard. I can go back to that at any time at the left end of the navigation. And edit profile is the first group I have to visit. And on the edit profile page, I want to put in the name of my business and some keywords that will help explain my business to search engines and to users. When you've done a search on Google, you notice that each entry is topped with a blue line in the results that says something about that page. It might say Joe's Garage, auto repairs, brake jobs, and body work. That is the first thing that Google reads after the address about the page, and it's displayed for users to help understand what you are. So I'm going to put my COVID recovery business, and then some keywords. That will help explain what we do in COVID recovery. If my business has a slogan, I can add it here. And now I can write a full description of my business or paste in the About Us description from my own website. If I want to add a photo to my business description, I can click the camera up here in the corner of the control of the toolbar, select a file from my computer, and let's say I'll just use a picture of myself because it's my business. And when I choose upload, it'll drop it right into the body of my text. And I can just grab the corner of it and size it according to how I want and place it in the middle, left, or right of my text. Similarly, I can embed a video. If I have a business video that explains who I am, Google loves video, and it's a great idea to add one to any page of your profile that's useful. So I can just click the little play button here, and it'll invite me to insert a YouTube address. Pardon me. The address of a YouTube video here, which will create a player right on my page. Scroll to the bottom of the page when I've created my business description and save the changes. Going back to the top of the screen, and I won't go through all of these because they explain themselves very well, but there are links below the navigation bar in each section that are the subsections of the business control panel. So under edit profile, I've got my edit profile where I write my business description, but also where I can add a storefront image or my business logo. And if you have a storefront, I recommend that's what you choose because it helps consumers recognize you when they go looking for you on the street. But if you don't like your storefront, or if you're working from home or you're a mobile business, then of course your logo is more appropriate. You can fill out all of your contact details on the contact info page, including if you would like to be textable, you can add a mobile address, a mobile phone number, excuse me, And users on our mobile platform will have an SMS button to make contact with you if you've entered one. Your hours of operation, and I will show you one quick thing about this page, is people often jump right into trying to edit their hours of operation and find that they can't. And that's because the default is nothing is selected. Before you can edit your hours, you have to choose my hours are, and then you'll see they light up and you can type in your hours. If you are a business that has split hours, you are open for some time at the beginning of the day, closed, and then reopened. You can choose at the bottom, my hours are split, and then you'll have 2 sections for each day where you can create your hours. You can leave it as by appointment only, 24/7, or that you don't want to specify. The methods of payment that you accept, and here the categories again are the categories of the directory in which you will be listed. So I've listed myself under business management and under health and welfare agencies. If I don't really like my choice, you see I have up to 2 in the free program. I can delete one and replace it with something else by choosing it from the left. If I don't see what I want on the left, it might be under a different overall category, or I can use keywords again to find it. So maybe I'll get rid of 3D scanning, and instead of the health and welfare agencies, I'll put in health and safety. That makes more sense. And again, scrolling to the bottom to save my changes. You are able to be listed in more categories depending on the upgraded program that you select. So it goes up 3, 5, 8, 10. Businesses that need to be in lots of categories may choose a higher program. Under associations, if you're a member of the chamber, and I bet many of you are, you can get a badge that associates you with the chamber and lists you on the chamber's business profile as one of its members by affiliating yourself here. So you'll click associations, then find associations. And if you're a member of the of the Greater Kitchener-Waterloo Chamber of Commerce, you would find the Chamber of Commerce. Now this one, of course, is on our demonstration site, and click Request Membership. And a badge will be added when they confirm that you are a member. A badge that says you're a member will be added to your profile, and you'll be listed in their business profile under their members. Moving again, left to right, I'm going to go to the inbox, but before I do, that completes the edit profile section. And I wanted to take a quick break. Did that raise any questions as we went along? Allison,
yeah, we do have a couple questions, Andrew.
Sure.
So first question, does everybody have a mobile site, or does that cost more money?
No, our platform itself, ShopKW, has a mobile website. It is not a mobile responsive website. It's another, what they call an M site, a mobile site separately. So it's part of what you do. Everything you do occurs on both sites. And what's really cool about that is when someone is searching on Google for whatever it is, a product, a service, a business type, if you are served up as the answer, you have multiple opportunities to be the answer, and you might rank once, twice, even 3 times on page 1, because in addition to the different pages you have on shopkw.ca, you have those same pages, or most of those same pages, on m.shopkw.ca. And I've seen sometimes a business ranks multiple times for the once for the M site and once for the regular site, even though it's a desktop or a mobile search.
Okay, great. And the other question we have, does the video play from your story, or does it take you to YouTube?
Great question. And it's a more detailed one that I was going to get into here on how to do either one. If you just embed the YouTube address in that window, then it does take you off to YouTube. However, you can embed the player right on the page, and I'll just give you, since you asked, a really quick demonstration of where that is. If I won't go to YouTube and go through all the steps, but if you know where you get the embed code on a YouTube video, you can in fact click the source button in the top left corner of the toolbar. And this is the HTML version. So if I'm going to type a bunch of stuff about my business and then go to source code, you'll see that in addition to the letters I typed, there are HTML indicators here. This is the source code of what I've done. So now I could go down a couple of lines and paste the source code or paste the embed code from YouTube, and that would embed a player right on the page instead. And then the user would not leave the page.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, so the next section I wanted to mention actually was not in the inbox. We'll come to that in a bit. I want to go back to the dashboard. Once you've filled out the business profile, probably the first thing you're going to use is posting on our newsfeed. So on the homepage of shopkw.ca, you'll see there are posts from businesses in the community promoting themselves, advertising maybe events that they're holding, congratulating the softball team that they sponsor, mentioning promotions and specials that they're holding, guest speakers coming to their businesses, or new product that they're carrying. Here's Kitchen Cuttings that added a few products to the site, and it makes an automatic announcement. So this news feed comes from some activities that you do automatically are added. So if you update your business profile, it'll say automatically, so-and-so's business updated their business profile. But you can also make a post right here on the dashboard. So I'm going to click in the What's New box, and it opens up a posting window. And I can create a post. We can help you get back on track once you're allowed to open again. Ask us how. And maybe I'll even add a link now to my website. And because I'll show you this here too, right now we have a special section. We are helping local businesses stay connected with customers on COVID-19 specific issues. And if we click on that, it'll take us to any business updates that have been made by businesses wanting you to know what they're doing during the shutdown. So whether they've adapted their business processes, whether they're closed, whether they've changed their hours, they're doing curbside delivery, etc. The posts will be in here. And how they get in here is by including in the post information any word that that we've identified that would single it out as a COVID-19 update. So if your post includes the word COVID, corona, virus, quarantine, isolation, pandemic, shutdown, distancing, or cancel, or if that word is if one of those keywords is part of one of your words, then it'll be added to the COVID updates. And if what you've posted doesn't include that, you can just make a couple of carriage returns and type hashtag COVID updates or any of those keywords after a hashtag, and it'll make sure that it goes in. But even if I said here, after the shutdown, that would do it. It would pick up the word shutdown. And it's a great idea, as you'll see from these posts. You stand out well if you've illustrated your post with an image. So I'm going to add a picture to my post by clicking on the right-hand side for a photo. And here will be a gallery of past photos I've used, but since this is my first, I'm going to upload an image. And let's grab an image of people gathering, because we're allowed to get together again. And you'll see that it's also in my gallery for reuse later. So if I didn't have it here, I could still select it from my gallery and that would add it. Now, here's what's really neat. I can send this post to the homepage of shopkw.ca, It'll also go to the affiliate Shop Elmira if I'm in Elmira, if that's where my business is. And it'll go to my own business profile in my history of posts. I can also syndicate it to my Facebook page and my Twitter feed. It'll invite me to log into Twitter. And I'm already logged into Facebook. If I wasn't, it would ask me to log into Facebook as well to my admin's profile. The first time I do this, Facebook will ask me for several permission questions to be answered. Some of them sound a little bit like you are giving ShopKW access to things that are yours. You're not. You are just giving the tool permission to post to Facebook, and Facebook needs that authorization. So when it says, is it all right if ShopKW receives your followers, what it means is a little, what's the word I want? A little thumbnail of your follower picture will appear at the bottom of your Facebook image. So it's not giving away private information, and it's not giving anybody access to use your Facebook page. I can post it right away, or if I'm in one of the upgraded programs, I can open up the scheduler and assign a date and a time for my post to come out, which means on a Sunday afternoon, I can spend a glass of wine and a little time scheduling posts for the next month, so that when I get too busy because of my business, my social media and my ShopKW keep on working for me. So I'm going to jump out now to the inbox. And actually, before I do, perhaps I'll check were there any questions about making posts.
Thanks, Andrew. So we have a question.
Yes.
As a business owner, and find that creating content takes a long time, what do you recommend?
Well, first of all, creating content is something you may already have done for your website and can easily copy and paste for the parts that we've done so far. Additional content to that does take time. We offer managed services as well as self-serve services. So you will have seen, if you have been looking around ShopKW already and the upgrade options, that we have 3 tiers of self-serve programs where you can subscribe to access to the platform and use them yourself. And then 3 additional tiers above that that are managed programs where you get access to use the program plus 1 hour. We have 3 levels of self-serve programs where you subscribe to access to the platform and you use the tools yourself, and your ShopKW representative can show you how. The managed service programs, there are 3 tiers of that where you get 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours per month of managed support from ShopCity.com, where a representative will contact you regularly, stay in touch with you, find out what's new in your business, what's important to your business seasonally, what you're promoting, what new products you're carrying, and so on. And we can create content for you in addition to whatever you want to do yourself. As to the priority of assigning time to creating content, you can be very impactful by yourself with just a few minutes a week once you've got a catalog built out. But after that, it's just a few minutes a week of posting or updating or changing little bits of things. And I once had a conversation with somebody about the priority of creating content. It was a butcher, and I asked him how much time he spends every day just locking up his store before he leaves at night. And we added up in the course of a week, he spent about 15 minutes every week just locking his doors, going from front to back, rechecking, going around, turning off the lights, and then leaving. And none of that is revenue producing. Why did he do it? Because it was really important to his business. So is acquiring new clients important to your business? Yes. Could you dedicate a 15-minute time slot every week where you shut out the world and just do that? Sure, I could. Okay, I'm going to go quickly. We're at almost 10:30 now. But in the inbox, I will just point out this is where you will receive inquiries through the system where the consumer has chosen email this business from the platform. At your regular email address, you get a notification. It says urgent customer inquiry. And inside the email provides you with a link to jump in and read it in your messages and inquiries box. In the inbox is also where you'll see your traffic reports. You can see what people are clicking on and how many have visited and how many page views. You can receive and respond to reviews. And if you're selling online, you can also manage your purchase orders here. We'll jump to making a marketplace item. In the sell online section, once you upgrade, this is the center of content creation that attracts the most search and the most Google results. So your catalog is what makes most people find you. I'll take you really quickly to a Google search. And I'm going to use my own market where I'm familiar, and I'm going to search for Maple Leafs jerseys in Georgetown. And you'll see after the paid ad, the #1 answer is shopgeorgetown.ca, JV clothing selling Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys. The #2 answer is JV Clothing's website, which was built by ShopCity.ca. And the #3 answer is also his website built by ShopCity.ca. Then comes the NHL online shop, the Fans Edge shop, and the chain store Sport Check, which used to be on page 1, has been bumped completely off page 1, even though it's right across the hall from JV Clothing in the shopping mall. So when I click on this result, where I go is a detail page about the Maple Leafs jerseys that he's selling. If he wants to sell it online, he can have a shopping cart button here. He wants you in the store, so he just has send inquiry. So this is part of a catalog of many products that he wants you to know he sells and that you can buy from him, and he would be the result. And he will compete for results on search for all of them. So here's fedoras. If I went back out to Google and typed fedoras, Georgetown, there he is again, shopgeorgetown.ca, goes to that fedoras page. We don't reach the top of Google with every marketplace item, but we're pretty good at getting page 1 pretty often. So this happens by building new catalog items. So I'll agree. The terms and conditions basically are, I won't put anything in a catalog that doesn't belong there. I won't use any nude pictures, and I won't say it's one thing if it's actually another thing. Oh, I'm in an unupgraded program, excuse me. I'm just going to go to one that has the availability to do that. So here's a catalog that's already created, and I'm going to add a new item to this catalog. So I just clicked Add New Item in the links under Sell Online. I can add up to 6 pictures of the product just by selecting, finding it on my computer, and uploading. I'll name it, and it should be the name of the product. What is somebody going to type if they're trying to get it? Now, this is a picture of a dachshund, but it actually illustrates a product I'm selling, which is puppy training class. And that's what I want to be the answer to, is people typing puppy training classes Kitchener in their browser. I can describe the product. All of the fields, as you work down from top to bottom, have a little descriptor above telling you what to put there. So you can often, if it's a product on a shelf, get the description from your supplier and paste it in, and even get the photos from your supplier's website. The promo blast appears in red underneath the thumbnail. So we've given an example like limited time offer. I have to put it in one section of the directory, and then I can put it in the aisles of my store. These categories are subsections of my store, not the business directory categories. So for example, in my store, I sell burgers, combos, drinks, pizzas, side dishes. And I can add more categories or aisles to my store here. If it's something I'm going to sell online, I'm going to need to have a fixed price where you can add it to the cart. So my product costs $55. And if it comes in different sizes and colors, then I need to create an options menu. So I'll type in size, and you'll see that opens up an opportunity right below for me to type color. And then in the middle, next to size, if it comes in small, medium, and large, as soon as I type small, it opens up a new field for me to type medium, which creates a new field where I can type large. And it comes in red, and it comes in blue. I have to set whether I want it to be for pickup only because we're doing curbside, pickup or delivery, delivery only, whether I offer free shipping. You have to create your taxes. I've already preset the HST for my taxes on this one. If I needed to add different taxes, I can add or edit the taxes. I can choose whether this is finished and ready to publish, active, or paused because I'm coming back to it later. And if it's an item that I want to make sure I'm always on top of whether it should be available, I can list it as in stock, special order, sold, sold out, temporarily unavailable, discontinued, or reserved. Clicking add this item will save it. Clicking add another will save this item and open up a new blank for me to create a new product. And I'm going to take a quick break there, having just added my new product, to see if there are any questions about that already typed.
Yes, so Andrew, there's a question, can the catalog be linked to a self-serve web page?
I'm going to have to guess what that means. The self-serve programs and the managed programs all include catalogs. It's a difference of capacity. So there's the intro package includes 10 catalog item capacity. The value package includes a 50 catalog item capacity. The plus package, I believe, is 500 items. And then the managed programs are all even more than that.
Okay, great, thanks. And one more question. As a follow-up to the posts, how do I tell if my content is good or getting a lot of views?
If you are syndicating to your Facebook, you'll see what interactions are occurring there. In your traffic report, you will see how many viewers have viewed your posts on our homepage.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's all the questions right now.
Great, thank you. Yeah, the traffic report is real time. Now, this is a phony business, so it's phony. It's traffic, just people who have been looking at the phony business. But when I open traffic reports, you can see, I can see the number of page views in the last month. I can choose the number of unique visitors instead. And I can look at the last day, week, month, or year leading up to any date in the calendar. So the default is page views in the last 30 days ending today. And I can see that I haven't made any posts, so that doesn't show, but it would say posts and how many views of my posts, how many clicks on my contact details, how many clicks on my home profile, how many clicks on location to find out where I am, how many users on the mobile site, how many users on my website if I also have a website built by ShopCity.com, how many users in my product catalog, and so on. So that traffic updates in real time. Now, in that sell online section, there are a couple of other key things that you'll make use of. These are part of the upgraded program as well. One is coupons. And you'll see on the home page of ShopKW on every page of ShopKW in the menu, I can go to the coupon section and I can see all the businesses that have listed promotions, specials, coupons, and deals. So I can create that here. Here's a list of the ones I have already made, and I'm going to create a coupon. And it's a build it as you go. So as I type the name of the offer, you'll see it's creating it here. As I type in the description box over here, you'll see that it's creating my description. And when I type in the fine print, you'll see that it's creating the fine print down below here. I can set the valid dates of my coupon, beginning and ending, which will show there, and also determine when the coupon appears and disappears on the site. I can add an image. And that will not appear until I save it. And if I've got a barcode maker, I can also add a barcode to the bottom of it. And when I save it, there I've added my image and my coupon to the gallery here of coupons. Now, if I'm selling online, I may want to offer a special to just my my favorite customers, my VIP customers, my email subscribers, whatever it is. If that's the case, I can click hide from public so that it doesn't show to the public and create a promotional code. So I've created a promotional code over 40, which means everybody who spends $40 or more gets free shipping or a discount of a certain amount, or I'm just tracking what the offer is. So I'm going to say you get free shipping if you spend more than $40, if you type the promo code over 40 in the shopping cart. And then I can send an email to my favorite clients saying, if you buy something this week and spend more than $40, you get free shipping. Or if you buy something this week and spend more than $40, you get 20% off or $20 off. So all of that is controllable from here, and then I can hide it from the public. It's just for my favorite customers. You can also sell gift certificates on the site, and you don't have to be in an upgraded program to do this. To activate digital gift certificates, you click on e-gift cards, and it'll invite you to add your PayPal email address. If you don't have a PayPal email address, there's a wizard helping you set one up, or rather a guide to it and a link to their wizard. And the gift certificates are facilitated by PayPal. What happens when a consumer buys a gift certificate? They can buy in any denomination. So I'll go to ShopKW, gift cards. They can choose the business they're going to buy from and the denomination of the gift certificate and the background. They can send it as a card, or they can choose to print it themselves. If they send it as a card, of course, you have to put the email address in. You can send it right away or set a calendar date for it to arrive. And when the gift certificate has been sold, you get a notification. The customer gets a numbered certificate, and you have a gift card manager that allows you to manage the redemptions in your business control panel. So I'll take you really quickly to one just to show you what it looks like. So under Sell Online, if I go to e-gift cards, here are all of the gift cards that have been sold, and I can open up any one of them and redeem how much they're taking, the authorization code on the gift card, who I am working at the desk, any notes that come up, and then click redeem or update, and it will now show an updated balance available on the card. Any questions about activating gift certificates or coupons?
No, there hasn't.
Excellent. And we have just arrived at the end of the time I was told to take today. So I'm going to show you really quickly two more things that I won't go into detail, but explain themselves very well. In the publishing suite, in an upgraded program, you can create community events or business events that happen in your community. And again, on ShopKW, there's a community events calendar of updating of upcoming events. And each of them opens up to a detail page all about that event. It can have pictures. These folks don't have a picture in there, but you can illustrate it. And you find that by clicking on the events calendar under the Publish suite, create new event, and you basically fill out a form about your event. You can even enable RSVPs, where people can email you and say, yes, they're coming. For restaurants, you can add your menu to the menu guide and to your profile in the publishing suite by clicking menus. And you can upload your menu or create a text menu by typing it on pages right here in the suite, upload a PDF, or if you don't have a PDF and don't want to retype your menu, you can upload an image of your menu. We do not recommend this except as a last resort, because Google can't read the content and it's not as easy for users to read as if you use a PDF or recreate on a text page. And the last thing I want you to see is if you're working on any of this or other elements of the suite, because we've only just scratched the surface, and you need some help, there is here, scrolling down on your dashboard to about mid-page, a knowledge base, where you can click on the knowledge base and ask your question, create coupon, and you'll be presented with articles, how to add a coupon, why you should make coupons, creating newsletters, anything that might be related to your question. So here's full instructions as I just went through them, and they're all available in the knowledge base here on your dashboard. So that is your quick and dirty tour of the most important things to do to use your profile to maximum effect. There are lots of other tools that your ShopKW and chamber representative can walk you through one-on-one if you'd like to know more.
Great, thank you, Andrew. We do have a couple of questions.
Sure.
So a question from someone who has an accounting business, and they're wondering whether getting your taxes done would be a marketplace item for that particular business.
I just created a sample marketplace item on that very subject yesterday, in fact. Yes, absolutely. So you might have a catalog item called personal tax return service, or whatever you think people might type. And another one, business, small business tax return service. And if you specialize in professional services, professional service, small business tax return. And if you specialize in real estate agent, you might have another catalog item, real estate agents tax returns. Whatever you think people might type can be the name of a service or a product that you put in your catalog.
Okay, great. So ShopKW is for businesses who have products and services.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Going back to the content for a second, there was a question, if the content isn't getting a high number of views, can ShopKW help them make improvements to the content?
Yes. You can always talk to your ShopKW and chamber representative. And they have coaches too that from ShopCity who can help them do an audit or an evaluation of the pages and see where improvements might make the pages more sexy to search engines.
Okay, great. Another question that came in. We are an in-home consultation business that's franchise-based. They have both the Kitchener and Guelph territories. The office is based in Guelph, and they're wondering if they could list on ShopKW.
You're based from your home, it sounded like, in addition to being in home.
Yes.
So the answer in short is yes. There is a different representative for shopguelph.com. And if your if your business is based in Guelph, then it would be with your shopguelph.com representative. But if you are already in touch with your ShopKW representative, we can coordinate such things for you.
And it sounds like they've got both the Kitchener and Guelph territory. So would they?
Yeah, they could list in both.
Sorry?
They could therefore list in both.
Okay. Okay.
So a physical business that has a store location to which consumers attend would list in the community site where it exists. And then we have what's called a reach program, where you can appear in the directory in surrounding markets and surrounding communities. But when they click on your listing, it will take them back to your home site where your profile is. So your content isn't on those sites, it is just displayed on those other sites. Your content is still housed in your home site. That's if you're a physical business with a location, because we want consumers to know that they're not trying to find you in their community. If you're a business that comes to the consumer, then you can have a full priced package, and we actually would probably discount for the second community. But you can actually have a full package with your content on each of the sites, as long as they are all adjacent communities.
Okay, great, thank you. Those are all the questions that we have today. So Andrew, I want to thank you so much for your time and sharing your expertise with us to run us through ShopKW. If anyone who is on the webinar is interested in learning more about ShopKW, you are welcome to reach out to Dana Walton from the Chamber's office, and I will include her contact information in the follow-up email that you receive. Also, as a follow-up, in that email, you will receive a link to this webinar recording. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today, and have a great weekend.
Thanks, everyone.